Should DoorDash drivers be texting customer asking for more tips or asking for a tip? Today we're gonna react to viral TikTok videos about DoorDash drivers, huh? Number two, do you think it's okay to blackmail the customer? Like if you don't tip me more or you don't give me a tip, I'm gonna cancel the order. All right, guys. So we're reacting to this TikTok video today. Motherboard Vice. I think it's the same on Instagram. I don't think they have a YouTube channel. So this is the TikTok account we're reacting to. So I'm just gonna play a few clips of this video, and we're gonna react to it.
DoorDash delivery drivers are begging people for bigger tips, and the reason isn't what you might think. There's a slew of posts on Reddit in which customers are posting screenshots of their chats with Dashers. In one case, a driver wrote that the order was delayed and could the customer please send an additional tip for waiting? Pretty please? With many question marks. In another case, screenshots show a driver saying they would go ahead and cancel the order if they didn't get a bigger tip. Now, that is probably not the best way to go about asking for a bigger tip, and DoorDash told us in a statement that they absolutely don't tolerate harassment of customers in any form, including asking for tips. But the reason why these dashes.
All right, so what do you guys think? Do you think it's okay to text the customer, ask for extra tips or more tips, or texting or calling the customer, blackmailing? If you don't tip me more or if you don't tip me, I will cancel the order. Personally, I don't think it's okay, man. If the order doesn't look good, decline, go on to the next one, and always multi-app, If you watch my long videos, you know what to do. So if all the new drivers watch these tips and tricks videos, and if everybody decline these clown orders, like $1 per mile, $1.20 per mile, DoorDash has no choice but to raise the base pay. Let me repeat. If all the new drivers decline these clown orders, for example, $6 for 6 miles or $9 for 7 miles, DoorDash has no choice but to raise the base pay. If you watch my live stream this morning, you saw the base pay was like what, $8 for that half dozen of Dunkin' Donuts, right? Customer did tip, but basically the total the order was 8 miles for $15. That was my first order this morning for the breakfast run. I'm not sure if it started out with that high of a pay or Uber Eats. I'm multi-app, so if Uber Eats realized I was the only driver in the area and they started out with a high base pay, that I don't know. But in layman's term, if driver A declined, driver B declined, so on and so on, they raise it by what, 25 cent, 50 cent increments or whatever, So if all the new drivers decline all these bad offers, DoorDash, Uber Eats, or Grubhub have no choice but to raise the base pay. And if you're gonna text the customer begging for tips, asking for more tips, or blackmailing them, if you don't tip, I will cancel the order. That's just grounds for deactivation, man. Do not do that, Also, I saw another video about DoorDash drivers, Uber Eats drivers, asking, putting like a sticker on the order asking for a 5-star rating. In my opinion, I don't think it hurts. I do the same when I was driving Uber X. I got the sign in the back that says, do you need a phone charge, music, AC, heat, etc. And then tips are not necessary but greatly appreciated. And you'd be surprised how much more tips you get when you drive UberX and have that sign in the back seat. If you watch my old UberX videos, you will see. So, like for DoorDash drivers and Uber Eats driver, I think it's okay to ask the customer for a 5-star rating or a thumbs up. When I deliver Uber Eats, I always say thank you and say please give me a thumbs up. I don't do the sticker for Uber Eats or DoorDash. Yeah. But when I was driving UberX, I do have a banner on the headrest. It says, do you need AC, a phone charge? I don't do water and snacks. Yeah, that's too much. You know, do you need anything? Let me know. And please rate me 5-star. And tips are not necessary, but greatly appreciated. Yeah. So and you'd be surprised how much more tips you get, you know. Do I think DoorDash and Uber Eats and all these gig apps should raise the base pay? Absolutely. Yeah, man. When I started driving UberX, the per mile rate, when I started UberX back in 2013, the per mile rate was $1.70 per mile, and the minimum pay for the driver was $4.80. And UberX started out with no tip option on the app. Yeah, back in 13 and beginning of 14, UberX, Uber Rideshare started out with no tip option. And do I think the rate at the time was fair? Absolutely. Per mile rate was $1.70. So if you were to drive 100 miles, that's $170 right there. And if the rate is really fair, we don't need tips, you know. But America is just based on tipping. And then another video we're gonna react to on the next reaction video is Tipflation. I kind of got into it in my live stream yesterday, but we're gonna save the Tipflation for the next video. Sorry guys, I lied. This video is only 6 minutes. We're gonna get into Tipflation right about now. We're gonna watch a video about Tipflation on CBS on YouTube channel, and I will drop all the links. There's only 2 videos we're reacting to today. The first one was a TikTok video. The second one is gonna be a YouTube video of CBS News. Tipflation. All right, let's get straight to it.
Along with inflation, Americans are suffering from so-called tipflation. That is due in part to the growth of digital payments that often automatically ask for tips. Do you know what we're talking about? Some people think it is out of control. I'm hearing some in the studio right now. Carter Evans shows us how one business is trying to solve the gratuity guilt.
All right, so put that in the comments. What do you think? Do you think restaurants should just raise the price on all these food and whatever services and get rid of tipping? Or do you think the tipping thing should still be continued? And then please put down in the comments. Do you think tipflation is out of control? You know, do you need to tip your plumber, your electrician? Do you need to tip your retail worker at like Sunglass Hut or Macy's? You know, do you need to tip them? Please put down in the comments. And in my opinion, the people you need to tip are, of course, servers, bartenders, hairstylists, nail techs, DoorDash drivers, Uber Eats driver, Lyft, Uber drivers, of course. But of course, you don't need to tip your electrician or plumber. You know, they already get paid high enough, right? The other day, our workplace, we call him the locksmith. He came in and worked like on the lock for like 10 minutes, and he charges $250. Are we gonna tip him 20% on that $250? I don't think so, man. He probably drove there, like took him like 20 minutes to drive there and work on it for 10 minutes for $250. I'd say that's a pretty fair wage, right? But yeah, of course you need to tip your servers and bartenders and all the people that need. All right, guys. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. In conclusion, why in my opinion, why DoorDash or Uber Eats don't raise the base pay? Because at the end of the day, they're a corporation, they're a public traded company. So DoorDash and Uber Eats are taking advantage of these new drivers that don't know any better. Of course, they can raise the base pay up to $6 per delivery, but they choose not to. Yeah. So DoorDash and Uber Eats are taking advantage of these new drivers, you know. And do I think the U.S. gonna get rid of tipping? No, it's been like that, you know. So if the restaurants were to put a 20% tip on every item, they're gonna lose a lot of business, just like DoorDash. Yeah, if you go to a high-end steakhouse, so let's say the average bill for a high-end steakhouse is $400, and you know, if they charge a tip on that, it would be $480 for like dinner for two, you know, or a high-end sushi place, $200 for a table for two, and they would charge $240, so on and so on. They're gonna lose a lot of business if they raise the price and get rid of tipping. So in a way, it's kind of like a dilemma, you know. So at the end of the day, it's just customary, you know, to tip your server, DoorDash drivers, and so on, you know. But apparently, there's still a lot of people being, that don't know how DoorDash works or whatever, you know. A lot of customers until this day still think that we get an hourly wage and and a car from DoorDash and all that, you know. All we get is $2 per delivery. Most of the earnings comes from tips. A lot of customers are still being ignorant about all this tipping shenanigan. And then on the other hand, I think tipflation is out of control. The only people that needs to be tipped already said it in earlier, but you know, I don't think you need to tip your electrician, plumber, or your retail workers. You know, they already got paid a decent wage. Servers only get $2 per hour in most states, and DoorDash drivers only get $2 per delivery. That's gonna do it, fam. Thank you for watching this reaction video. In the coming days, we're gonna do more reaction video. Thanks for watching, fam. See you guys on the next one. Peace.